Do not flush unwanted or expired medication down the toilet.
In your quest to clean out your medicine cabinet, you could be putting yourself and your neighbors at risk. News 5's Olivia Fecto explains where those flushed drugs end up.
At the Easterly treatment plant, a lot of things get removed from our wastewater, from grease and fats to flushable wipes, which, by the way, you shouldn't flush. But one thing that can't be removed is medication.
They might say that they're flushable, but they're definitely not. They don't break apart like toilet paper does, and when it comes to the treatment plants, we end up sending it to a landfill anyway.
Jen Eltine with the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District says anything that's flushed comes here to a wastewater treatment plant.
This is almost the end of the wastewater treatment process. This water will eventually go back out to Lake Erie. Drinking water plants often draw their water from the lake, and neither type of treatment plant can remove all the pharmaceuticals from the water.
If people have leftover medicines, they haven't been used up, the expired medicines, if they do not dispose properly, if they just throw in their trash can or down the toilet, so they might be also get into the wastewater treatment plant.
Kent State researcher Dr. Jen Moe has studied drinking water treatment plants. Her research found there are low levels of some medications and personal care products in the water we drink. That's in part from what people dispose of through wastewater, but also just what comes from our own bodies.
They may not have immediate impact to human or wildlife health. However, we do not know the long-term chronic impact of those low concentration compounds in the water.
For the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, it comes down to personal responsibility.
It's definitely important that you take responsibility for the products and the things and the waste that you're generating on your own.
Making sure our water doesn't contain medication that should go somewhere else. In Cleveland, Olivia Fecto, News 5.
By the way, if you are wondering what's in the water where you live, there's a website for that. The Environmental Working Group created a database. All you have to do is enter your zip code, then click View Utility. That will bring up a list of the contaminants detected in your water. The first ones listed, the ones that exceed EWG's health guidelines. The group says even though it may be legal to have this amount in the water, that doesn't necessarily mean it's safe. Now, you can also get tips on how to filter your water to make it cleaner and healthier for you and your family. A link to this database, all posted on the News 5 app.
And you're probably wondering what you should do with that unwanted medication. Well, here's an option for you. Turn it in during National Drug Take-Back Day tomorrow. Across the country, the Drug Enforcement Agency will be collecting any medication that you want to get rid of. Here's a look at last year's event. But new this year, because of the recent vaping crisis, you'll also be able to turn in vaping cartridges. That includes ones that have THC, even though it's illegal.
No questions asked. A safe, anonymous way to turn in THC cartridges.
You heard them, no questions asked. You can drop off medications between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. tomorrow. There are 93 drop-off locations in the greater Cleveland area, and we have a list of them on our News 5 app.